Corinthians, the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter number 3, verse number 1 to 9. As you open, I want to remind you all that we have like 3 kinds of friends. You have friends? If you have a friend, then there are many kinds of friends. And these 3 kinds of friends are one group of friends, the friends who are your friends because of for something that you are together working. Example, you love this party in politics, so it becomes your friend. Friend because of for something, because you're doing something together, so you become friends. When that thing stops, you're no more friends. Also, there are kind of friends because they hate something and you hate something. So again, you become friends because of that. So those are the 2 kinds of friends, and the most important friend that all of us we should be is a friend that is there for you no matter what. Amen? Friends who is there when you're in jail, he is there. Friends who you have already clicked to each other. So, and I hope the church can be that kind of friends. Now, why am I saying this? Because our topic today is why we need to labor together for world mission. You know, there's a difference between working for laboring together for world mission and laboring together for the world mission. Can we please stand up as we give our scripture? 1 Corinthians. We go together from verse 1 to 9. Let's go. And I will bring the sanctification of sensual, but successful carnal, even as obeyed Christ. I have faith in milk and not in meat, for hitherto you were not able to bear, neither yet now are you able. For ye are yet carnal, for whereas there is someone in me in strife and divisions, are ye not carnal and walk as men? For what one saith, I am Paul, and another I am Apollos. Are ye not carnal? Who then is Paul, and who is Apollos? But ministers by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave to every man. I am planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. So then neither is he that planted anything, neither he that watered, but God that giveth the increase. Now he that planted and he that watered are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. For we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry, ye are God's building. I will read again verse number 4. For while one said, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos, are ye not carnal? Verse number 5. Who then is Paul, and who is Apollos, but ministers by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave to every man. Verse number 8. Now he that planted and he that watered are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, we come before you today. Lord, I humble myself before you, and Lord, I'm not worthy, O God, to stand here at the feet of your Father. But I pray that, Lord, with your grace, with your strength, O Lord, that you may use me today, Lord, as an oracle, O God, as a vessel, O God Almighty, to speak unto us this day, Heavenly Father. Lord, I pray that this message, O God, will sink deep into our hearts, O God, and bring change in our life. Lord, we pray this short in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Now, why do we need to labor together for world mission? Why? The Corinthian believers saw Paul and Apollos as laborers in the ministry, but failed to see that they were laboring together in the ministry. Amen? They failed to see something. That's why some were saying they are of Paul and some they are of Apollos. But they failed to figure out that they are a team. They are working together. It's not about of this side or that side. No, it's about working together. Now, this thing also created division. It created division. Now we have an example of, look at, Pastor John mentioned some other day before about broadcast. You know locusts, yeah? You know how locusts invade the land? Have you experienced it? Do you know that locusts have no leaf, has no head? But how they work together, that when they land somewhere, they literally clean everything that is green. There's a way they work together. You see, if they are not united like that, they cannot bring such kind of result. Okay? And also, recently I read a book about something called extreme ownership. And what it's talking about is when the army went to Iraq to fight, there's this team from US and there's this army from Iraq. So sometimes they are not working together. Yes, they are for one purpose, to remove the terrorists, but they were having division among them. Some were from the US who are thinking they are more experienced, they have more capacity than others. But when they started working together, they realized something that even then they didn't have example. How the Americans used to open the gate, they used to bomb it and just get in. But for the Iraqis, they have a better way of opening the door and coming in without anybody noticing. See, they started working together, so the result becoming what? More better. You get my point? So it's not just working for the purpose of removing the terrorists, but they worked together. Now, here is what was happening in Corinthian church. There is division, some are focusing Paul, some are focusing Apollos. They failed to understand that they are supposed to work together. Now, we too need to realize that we not only labor for world mission, but labor together for world mission. Amen? You get that? We too need to realize that we not only labor for world mission. We are not only laboring for one mission, for world mission, but labor together. The key word is together for world mission. Amen? Now, why? Number one, because of the great need. Amen? Because of the great need. There's a great need at that time. And I believe there's a great need today even more now. Paul and Apollos saw the need and they decided to lead. Amen? Individually, Paul as a leader, Apollos as a leader, they saw there's a concern. That's why today we can read about Paul, what he did, how he worked. Amen? The same thing, Apollos. Yes, we understand that Apollos, previously he had some other doctrines, but nevertheless, his motive was to preach to the people, to witness to the people. Although he understood about the gospel of John the Baptist, not yet understand the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ, but the motive was to preach the gospel. Amen? So they saw the need, so they were working on that. Now, the members also, instead of having that kind of, working because of the need, they started following one group, then they started following the other group. It's like here we have group A, group 1, 2, 3, and 4. They started, yes, they are working together for the church, but this one started working individually, this one started working, instead of like working together for the purpose of BBC. Amen? You understand my point? Now, today believers need to wake up and join hands to spread the gospel. Amen? See, when Jesus Christ gave command, he did not give command to groups. He did not give commands to individuals. I mean, to pastors or to the people who are living. No. This is a call to everyone. Amen? This is a call to everyone. That's why go in. As long as you are saved, you are supposed to do that. Amen? So it is our responsibilities to open our eyes, wake up, see the need, amen? And then work together to make sure that this need is met, amen? The need of salvation, amen? Yes, there's need of so many things today. There's need of peace in the world. There's need of, there's so many concerns. There's a lot of financial need, there's this need. But here we are going deeper to what matters most. the need of salvation. Amen. Look at your family. Look at even the church here. Some come here and they are not yet saved. Look at our friends, our workmates, our countries, all over the world. Amen. We should see the need. Have eyes to see the need. Amen. That's why we should what? Labor together for the world mission. Why? Because of the need. Great need. Amen. Take this responsibility as personal. Amen. Take ownership of this responsibility individually. Even if my neighbor will not do it, I will do it. Amen. I love how my wife is. Even if I don't do it for her, she will focus. She will focus on the things of God. Even if I'm like dragging on, but she will still do it. It's not about me. She has taken that responsibility on herself to make sure that she's sharing the gospel. Sometimes we go to the mall and sometimes I'm shy. And sometimes I'm like, I want to be more bright. But for her, she will literally go and she'll make sure she gets the contact of that person. And because she has taken that, as ownership. So let us see the great need. Amen? Let us see the great need. Number two, why should we labor together for the world mission? Number two is because of the Lord's command. Amen? Because of who? Lord's command. Is it because of Pastor John? No. Is it because of any other spiritual leader? No. But because of Lord's command. Now, Paul and Apollos not only saw the need, but they also obeyed the command. Amen? They obeyed the command. What is the command? Matthew, can you please read this? We know it, but can you please read again? Matthew 28.
All published.
Matthew 28, verse 18. Are we there? Everybody knows? Okay, and Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, all powers are given unto me in heaven and in... Why? Continue. Go ye, therefore. This is not a request, amen? This is command. Go. Go ye therefore and do what? Teach all nations. Does it mean only here? Nations. Baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. And teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you, and lo, I am with you always, even at the end of the world. Amen. If you read all the commands in the gospel, the command that is the call of us to go out and preach the gospel, this is all command. It's not a request. Amen. It's a duty. It's a duty given to each and every one. You see, when you go to work, there is your JD, is your duty, your responsibilities. You know very well this is what you're supposed to do. In fact, nobody will come and remind you this. The only thing that is going to remind you is then when the letter comes. Why? Because it's not a request, it's a command to do that thing. The same way. When the Lord Jesus Christ said, go, it's a command. Amen? To everyone. Now, all believers should realize that sharing the gospel is a command, not a request. Amen? Mark 16, verse number 15. Again, you can read that verse, which last time we... And he said unto them again what? Go ye unto all the world and preach the gospel to every... Amen? Sometimes we obey the command, but we obey the command on our own way. We obey the command halfway. Amen? Okay, I will go, but I will go only to Filipinos. I will go, but I will go only to Africans. See, it is not like that to all what? All creatures. It's not talking about birds and animals. No. It's talking about human beings. Amen? Everyone. All human beings. Amen? Go into all. Amen? That's why the countries, one thing I love about BBC when I came here is because I saw where the BBC is reaching. Basically what happens in my country, there's something like mission, But this mission is only going to places like Dubai, UK, USA, Australia, those countries where, they are more economically developed, that's where they go for missions. For me, no. And when I came here, I saw people are going to Nepal, people are going to Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, places where they are even preaching gospel is restricted. What they are doing there, they are obeying the command of going, but they are doing it on their own way. Amen. When command comes, means go too far. Amen. Yeah. Not where you can go and get the favor. No. All places. To all people. Amen. Yeah. Men, women. It is a command. To our workplaces, everywhere, it's a command. Amen? And one day we are going to give account. One day, me and you, we will give account of due of the command. Amen? The same way after evaluation at your work, you give account. You do what you are commanded to do. Amen? So, why do we need to labor together for the world mission? Because simply is a command. Number one, because of what? Great need. Number two, because of God's command. Amen? Now, number three, because of the results it produces. Amen? Because of what? The result it produces. Now, Paul and Apollos not only obeyed the command, they understood the result of obedience. Amen? Now, why they did what they did? Because they saw souls are getting what? Saved. Amen? So we should have a clear understanding what is the purpose at the end. What is the purpose at the end? Because of the result it produces. Amen? Because of the result it produces. And what are these results? What are the results it produces? When we labor together for the mission, what are the results? Can I hear from someone? What are the results of the church? What are the results? Souls
are being saved.
Saved souls. This side. What are the results?
No. Really?
Going. What are the results this way? What are the results? What will mission produce?
Souls are being saved.
Salvation? Sarah?
More missionaries.
More missionaries. Brother Bong, I can see you raising your hand. What is the result? What is the produce? Salvation of souls. Amen? Up there, what is the result? Souls. Amen? Whatever you gain in this world, whatever you acquire in this world, we are going to leave it here. Amen? You might have money, you might have good house, you might have whatever, whatever status of life that you may desire to have it here, but you will still leave it here. Amen? Job said, I came empty and I'm going. I came with nothing and I will go with what? Nothing. But souls, we are going to leave them there. Amen? Amen. We are going to bring them there. Now, because of the result it produces now, meaning here, when you work together, when we labor together, the more produce it will be. You understand what I'm saying? The more together we work, the more produce it will, the more produce and the result we are going to get. Example, now, have you seen mob justice? When people are together, like mob justice, they can do so many things. When you are in what do you call that place? Where you were Umrafai. When we were in Umrafai and there was rioting, I'm telling you, You guys could just lift the car. When they come together, they will push the car and they will load the car. Not only the car, even the coaster buses, they will push it and they will put it wide because they are working what? Together. See, as an individual, you can do much. Amen? You can do much, but you're so much limited. But when people come together, when people join hands together, it can produce a lot of results. Amen? See, your support for mission, it might be much. Amen? Your support for mission, it might be much, and it's supposed to be much. Amen? You're supposed to give much. You're supposed to, put much effort. But what about if it is only you who is giving? Will it bring that big impact? We have how many missionaries? 200 and something. Your one support only. Do you think it can feed the families? No. But when all of us take that responsibility, when all of us give the money we send, it's bring an impact. Amen? It's going to bring an impact. What I'm saying is, the more we come together, the more we work together for the mission, the more results it's going to produce. Amen? Are you together? Amen. So, the wise Christian is the one who wins soul. Amen? Amen? The Bible is very clear about it. The wise is the one who wins soul. Amen? She understands the result of mission. Psalms 133, verse number 1. What does it say? Psalms, sometimes it's not there. Psalms 133. All of us should know this. Verse number 1, what does it say? Behold, how good and how present, what is the word? How do you pronounce this word? Behold, how good and present it is for brethren to dwell what? Together in unity. See, you can remove the word together and say, for brethren to dwell in unity. It still can work. But the word there is together what? In unity. There's a difference between working together and cleaving together. People can work together, but they are not what? Cleaving together. So working together is more deep. Amen? So the more we work together, the more produce we're going to see. Amen? And not only for the missions outside, even here in BBC, here in Qatar. Amen? Now, last one, why we need to labor together for world mission. Number 4, why? Because of the coming judgment. Because of what? Coming judgment. Paul and Apollos knew the reality of hell. They knew the reality of hell. They knew they would give account of their service. Amen? I put there 2 things. Judgment that is coming. Number 1 goal is, we see the need. So many lost sinners. Amen? We have so many lost sinners in the world. So many. But if we don't do something, the judgment is coming. Amen? Many people are dying today. Many people are dying, losing their life without being saved. Well, they can do something. They are facing their judgment. Many people are going to hell because you are not doing something. Amen? But if you understand the coming judgment, then for sure it's going to make us work more together. Amen? Why? Because it's because of salvation of souls. The judgment is coming. Day is coming, and all of us, we're going to pass. All of us. Those who are not saved, the reality is they will face hell. But we can do something to protect that. Amen? We can do something to protect people from going to hell now, here, and uttermost part of the world. Amen? And that's why we engage in mission. That's why we are all in, because we should understand the judgment that is coming. Amen? Why do you give to missions? Why do you give to missions? You give to missions because the BBC does that? No, it should not be like that. Why do you give to mission? One of the major things that you should give to mission is because you understand the judgment. Because you understand the reality of hell. Amen? And you don't want people to go to hell. And not only that, remember that, or even the believers, you give account. Amen? In the judgment seat of Christ, we shall give what? Account. What did we do? Amen? So, my challenge for us today is, let us work together for the world mission. We work together for a common goal, to take the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ to lost sinners, wherever they may be, and what? Whatever cost. This is a sacred mission and an urgent one. Amen? An urgent one. What do you see when you see ambulance? For those who are driving, when you see ambulance behind you, what do? You move. You move, yes? What about you are at the signal, you're in front and the ambulance is behind, there's camera. You still move? Yes. You still move. Why? Because this is urgent. Are you together? If all of us can take mission urgent, like the way the ambulance move around here, I'm telling you, we can do a lot. We can do a lot. So we must do our part. We must labor together for our mission. Amen. Pastor.
Thank you so much, Brother Samuel. I hope you have all the blanks. Let me just go through this. We still have a little bit of time here. So, the title of the lesson is Why We Need to Labor Together. What is the key word? What is the key word? Together. Not just laboring, but laboring together. The problem with the Christians in Corinth was that they saw Paul as a laborer, they saw Apollos as a laborer, but they failed to realize that Paul and Apollos were laboring together. If they realized that, hindi sila dapat, others were saying, I'm of Apollos, others were saying, I am of Paul. So they failed. If you will note, they failed to say that they were laboring together in the ministry. We do need to realize that we not only labor for world missions individually, but labor together for world missions. You and I, we work together hand in hand for world missions. May tawag sa Pilipinas dyan, sa military exercise, ano tawag doon? Balikatan. Nagtutulungan yung armed forces ng Pilipinas at ibang mga military from other parts of the globe. Who is the first missionary that was sent to foreign countries in the New Testament? And that was sent by the church, the Apostle Paul. You see, did the Lord give him a partner? Yes or no? Not just a partner, but partners who he can labor together with. Barnabas, you have Silas, you have Epaphroditus, you have so many of them. Titus, Timothy, who else? Marami sila. So number one, why do we need to labor together for world missions? Not just you, not just me, not just some, but all of us. I'm not talking about your seatmate, I'm talking about you. Okay? Number one, because of the great need. What do you see? What word do you see in Matthew 9:37 and Luke 10:2. Ano sinasabi doon? Wala na yung sa computer natin. The Lord said, the harvest truly is plenteous. Is that a problem? Is it a problem to have plenty of harvest? There is no problem with, plenty of harvest. That's what we want. The problem is, if there are only what? Few laborers. Because you know what that means? If there is so much harvest but only few laborers, wala pa namang harvester noon, mga machines that will harvest the grain, what does that mean? What will happen to the grain? It will perish. No? Sayang yung pinagpaguran. So the laborers are few. My dad is a farmer. I worked in the farm since we were in the elementary grade until I was in college. I worked in the farm. When I first went to Bible college, I was very embarrassed to shake hands. You know why? My palm is like a sandpaper. Parang patindileha yung aking kamay. And I'm telling you the truth. Because, we work in the farm. Arado, yung mag-prepare, yung mga tambak, tawag sa Ilocano, yung mga pilapil, yung pilapil, lahat yun, magtatanim, mag-spray, mag-abono, mag-harvest, mag-treasure ng mga palay, mag-hakot ng mga sapo, magbilat ng mga palay. I have done all those. I have learned that the most crucial part of farming is the harvest time. Mag-araro ka today, tomorrow, you decide mag-araro ka next week, you do that if you want. But when it comes to harvest time, you cannot procrastinate. Because the laborers are few. Later on during the service, I'll give you statistics. I might now, kung titignan niyo the world's population during the time of Jesus. When he said the laborers are few, do you know the population of the world at the time? It was around 200 million only. Okay? I have the list here of the United Nations and US Census Bureau international data, and dito yung nila. After 1,000 years, tignan nyo yung slow na increase in population that grew up to 345 million. And after 1,500 years, it became 540 million. Pero look at the rapid growth of the world's population during these last days. In the 1600, there was only 1900. Beginning of the century, 1.7 billion. Okay? And then in 1950, that grew up to 2.5 billion. 1950. That was the time when Brother Martin was born. 1950. Today, after 70 years, from 2.5 to 7.6 billion. Kapag sinabi ng Panginoon na the laborers are few, the harvest is plenteous, and there are only 300 million people. The harvest is so much greater now. You multiply that so many times full. What is 3 million people compared to 7.6 billion people? So kapag sinabi ng Panginoon that the harvest truly is great, during that time, today talagang, it's unbelievable. The harvest is so great. It's great. It's plenteous, the Lord Jesus said. So the harvest is great. And we are just few. Now, if the harvest is great and the laborers are few, let me say, me, Brother Martin, Brother Erlington, we are just few. What should we do? Should we play around? Kukunti na nga kayo, laro-laro pa. Kukunti na nga, tatamad-tamad pa. Kukunti na nga, nag-away-away pa. Kukunti na nga, ayaw pang gamitin ang mga resources nila. Those few laborers must do something. Ano yung mga bagay niyo? Those few laborers must work hard. They must work together. They must use every possible resources. And they must recruit other laborers. Kukunti tayo, remember this, we are only few. So what should we do because we are few? Work hard. Folks, you are one among the few laborers. Do your part. One time we were in that school where I was attending, the students are required to go to the farm and work. And, we will harvest garab sa lunggo. Agari, kumpay. Gapas. Now I remember while those students I was in high school. We have a civic action day. All the students are required to work in the farm. You know what some of the students were doing? Some of them after you know what students are. You were like that when you were teens. Diba nagarap na nila na gapas na nila. Ngayon naglalaro sila. They would pluck that yung puno, and then they would throw each other. And one guy, I remember this vividly, he put his sickle in his back pocket. Nilagay niya yung kanyang umpay, garab, his sickle. And then he plucked something and he was playing, threw it to his friend, and that sickle sliced him right here. He was taken to the hospital. One casualty. Because he was not working hard. Folks, there are only few laborers. You are one of those few laborers. I am one of those few laborers. We need to work hard. We need to work together. We need to use every possible resource that God has entrusted to us, and we need to recruit others. Are you with me? Why? Because we are few. Second, what is the second reason? Because of the Lord's command. Go ye therefore into all the world. Go ye therefore into all nations. Brother Wise, will you please come here? Brother Martin, will you please come here? Okay, let me show you an example here. Dito. Brother Martin, stay here. Okay. Who looks like the boss here? Brother Martin?
Yes.
Who looks more respectable?
Brother Martin.
Okay. Let's say he is the boss. And this is his humble servant. And he says, buys and traveling the world. And you are my servant. And when I leave, I want you to take care of this entire property. Inside, outside, make sure that everything is well maintained. Make sure that it is clean. You're responsible for everything. You understand your duty? Okay. He travels. Go. It's up here. Okay. It's okay, Brother Martin. Stay there. So he leaves. Now, Brother Vice, he decides, okay, my master is not here, so what should I do now? So he decides, he says, this is this place. So he spends his time, his effort, everything he has to, let's say, make this front portion very clean, immaculately clean. You can put your finger anywhere, no dust. But his problem is he only, just this space here. So clean. Talagang walang aligabo. Very clean. But everything else outside this building, other parts of this building is neglected. The boss comes back. And as soon as he enters the gate, everything outside is filthy. So much garbage. He comes down. He sees other parts of the auditorium not fixed. Cobwebs everywhere. But here, it's very, very clean. Now you tell me, will he commend this servant for maintaining this area so clean? Would he be satisfied? No. Why? The command he gave was the entire property. The same is true with you and I. Even if you go into your barangay, your village, and knock on every door, and give a gospel tract to every soul, and witness to everyone in your community, when the Lord comes, You cannot say, Lord, I think I did a good job. The Lord will say to you, did I not tell you into all the world? The same is true with the church. I hope you see the illustration here. Okay. Thank you, Brother Vice. What is one reason? Because of the great need. The laborers are, what should those few laborers do? They must what? Work hard. They must work together. They must use all possible resources. They must what? Recruit others. Encourage others. The second reason is because of the Lord's command. Number 3, because of the result it produces. Look at Luke chapter 10 for a while. Give me 3 minutes here. I'm not teaching, I'm not preaching, so Luke chapter 10. I want to show you something here. This is the 70. In verse number 1, 70 disciples were sent. This is apart from the 12, okay? These are 70 other disciples, not the apostles, but 70 believers. The Lord sent them in verse number 10, verse number 1. And after these things, the Lord appointed other 70 also, and sent them what? Come on, help me. And sent them to buy. Do you see the importance of laboring together? The Lord did not send them one by one. The Lord realized, the Lord knew the importance of laboring together. It's alright, Brother Ian. Just sit down there whenever they are comfortable. Okay, now I want you to see this. What is the result? Okay. Let me show you the result. Verse number 17. And the 70 returned again with, read the word please. And the 70 returned again with joy. Okay? So the servants were rejoicing. It was not written here, but I believe that the sinners were rejoicing. Those who heard and believed the message they preached. The sinners were rejoicing, the servants were rejoicing. Look at verse number 21. In that hour, Jesus, what? Rejoiced in the Spirit. Sinners were rejoicing. Servants were rejoicing. The Savior was rejoicing. Because the 70 went out and preached the gospel. Who was not happy? Verse number 18. And he said unto them, I beheld who? Satan as a lightning what? Fall from. You see the defeat of Satan here? The sinners were happy, they were rejoicing. The servants were rejoicing. The Savior was rejoicing. The only one not rejoicing here is who? Satan. You see? The result of world missions, the result of laboring together, it brings joy. It produces more. Synergy. Synergy. Look for the meaning. Look for the meaning of synergy. One horse can pull probably 600 pounds. Another horse can pull another 600 pounds. If you combine them together, they're supposed to be 1,200 pounds. But you combine them together, you let them pull together, they can pull, probably twice that much. I will not say the exact meaning of the word synergy. I just know what it means, the idea. So you can do something, I can do something, but if we work together, we can do so much more than what we can do separately. Are you getting this? Okay. So we need to labor together, folks. You are in this, we are in this. Trabaho natin to. Huwag natin pabayaan to kasi tungkulin mo ito. This is our God given us. And because of the coming judgment, do you believe that the Lord Jesus Christ will come again one day? Amen. He will come. Okay? So remember some facts, okay? I want you to remember some facts as we close this. 1, everybody is a sinner. Can you say amen to that? Amen. If you believe what I'm saying, just say amen, okay? Sinners will die and go to hell. Amen. But Jesus paid for the sins of mankind. Amen. The only way a sinner can be saved is by receiving the Lord Jesus as their Savior. Amen. God has given you and me the mandate. He could have used animals or birds if he wanted to, but in his omniscience, God decided to use human as his instruments to spread the gospel. That is fact number 5. And then another fact is that one day you will stand before the Lord, I will stand before the Lord, and we will be given an account. What will you say then? The Lord will be giving rewards. If you will read the life of the Israelites, the Lord, the Lord tried to motivate the Israelites, the Jews. And what the Lord used in motivating them was, listen to this, rewards and punishment. It is always rewards and punishment. Here is my command, you obey, I will bless you. You disobey, I will punish you. Why? Because Israel as a nation was in its infancy. They were infants. They were young as a nation. Isn't it like that when you are younger in the faith? You give, the Lord will bless you. Sarap pakinggan. Amen? Amen? And there's nothing wrong with that. But that is the motivation in your infancy as a Christian. But the more you grow in your Christian life, it's no longer the punishment, it is no longer the reward. Your motivation is already because of love. You do what you do not because of the blessing or not because you're afraid of the punishment. You do what you do because you just love the Lord. You just love the Lord. And I hope that you will get this word. The Lord said, Revelation chapter 22, He said, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. Folks, we need to labor together. You need to help. You have a part. Because when God said, go ye therefore into all the world, He gave the Great Commission to the church. And if you consider yourself to be a part of the church, you must be in this. You must get involved. And we work together for a common goal, and that is to take the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ to those sinners, wherever they may be and whatever the cost. This is a sacred mission, and it is also urgent. So we must do our part, and we must do our part together for world missions. This might be our last year. 2019 to 2020 might just be our final year. I have a record here of people who have given to missions. Last year, January to 2018, this is love offering, this is tithes and offerings, this is missions. Full year. Okay? For example, Brother Jimmy Simato is not here. From January to December of last year, gave 52,450,000 riyals to missions. The second, I will tell you his name. He gave 50,650. May gave 28,600. So the Marlon gave 20,000. So the Renel Gallo gave 18,685. Those are the first 5 or 6 that gave to missions. So everything you have given is recorded, not only in our church, but I think the Lord has a record also of what you have given. And He will never forget that. So I hope that you will get involved this year in world missions. You may not be able to give as much as they did, but you can give what you have. You pray, Lord, what can I give to missions this year? Lord, please impress it in my heart. And if this is our last chance to give to missions, I hope this will be our best year. We lost some good men in our church, Deacon Sam, Pastor Sam, Deacon Ramel, Deacon Elwin, Deacon Jimmy Simato, Deacon Renel now. But we will do well if everybody will step up and will say, Lord, I understand this is your cause, and you entrusted this to me. Lord, I want to be a part of this program. The program of reaching lost sinners all around the globe. Just do this. And I hope you do it, not because of the blessings, not because you're afraid for the Lord to do something to you, but you just do it because you love Him. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind, with all thy strength. And when you love the Lord more than your riches, you can never outgive, you can never outlove the Lord. Lord, we thank you for what you have taught us in this first lesson today about the importance of laboring, not laboring individually or separately, but laboring together. Young Christians and old Christians laboring together, men and women laboring together, adults and children laboring together. Lord, I hope that you will help us to see why, and help us, Lord, to see that there is a great need. Help us, Lord, to see that this is not a suggestion or request, but a command. Lord, help us to see the result it produces. And also, Lord, help us to give a good accounting of ourselves one day when we stand before the judgment seat of Christ. Bless this service today in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, let's start with the service. Thank you for coming. I hope you came earlier so you can listen to the beginning of the lesson. Brother Samuel finished early, so I have time to give you some input regarding the lesson. Brother Bonner, kindly come and lead us today in the congregation of the Saints.
Morning everyone, are you prepared for our worship service? Amen? We must always tell. We have an orchestra with us. Hello. Hello. We must always tell. Okay,